How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about Castor Maritime, CTRM, and they dropped some more news today, which I feel shareholders really do need to know. So before we actually get started in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys, hey, what's the agenda, what to expect. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing the technical analysis, and then we're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest. And then on top of that, we'll be looking at the most recent press release, which I feel, hey, I just love hearing this kind of news. Just tells us that CTRM is not joking around. They are all about business and we are loving it. But anyways, let's get into those segments of this video. And then after, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts afterwards. So we're on the CTRM website in their press release section, and we're going to be checking out the recent news that came out today on April the 19th. Castor Maritime announces a vessel acquisition. So let's go over it quickly. CTRM, a diversified global shipping company, announces that it entered through a separate wholly owned subsidiary into an agreement to acquire 2015 Chinese-built Kamazar Max dry bulk carrier from an affiliated third party for a purchase price of $23.5 million. The vessel will be delivered to the company with a time charter contract attached with a reputable charterer at a daily gross charter rate equal to 114% of the Baltic Panamax Index, and with an estimated remaining term of about 17 to 21 months. The acquisition is expected to be consummated by taking delivery of the vessel within the second quarter of this year and is subject to the satisfaction of certain customary closing conditions. Pedros Padalitos, Chief Executive Officer of Castor, commented, "We are pleased to announce our 11th vessel acquisition in 2021 with the addition of another Kamazar Max dry bulk vessel, our 6th to Castor's fleet. Upon completion of all of our announced acquisitions, our fleet will consist of 17 vessels. With significant capital on hand, we continue to look for further opportunities to grow our fleet with the addition of high quality tonnage." This is great news to hear, and I can't wait to see what more Castor Maritime has up their sleeves. I hope you guys found this helpful. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for CTRM when we take a look at the overall performance on the day. So it ended up being up 8.24% on the day, closing at 48 cents. On the low of the day, it was at 45 cents, and on the high of the day, it was at 50 cents. So one of the things that we could see right away when we take a look at the 6-month chart for CTRM, we definitely have some support here right at this 45-cent level. And by knowing that, the fact that I was able to finish above it is something that is good to see. Now what I want to see is CTRM actually get back to finishing above 50 cents. I feel like once it begins finishing above 50 cents, we could see it making that move to catch back up to the 100-day and then have some momentum going into 60. But one thing that we need to be aware of are some areas of resistance, and we definitely have some areas of resistance right at that 50-cent level, which is part of the reasons why we ended up hitting that high, and then we started meeting a lot of selling pressure. So once CRM is able to get past that, like I was saying, it start gaining some momentum, and definitely would love to see it at least within the next 3 months or so reclaim back to here where we have the 200-day right at around 73 cents. And then of course before the end of the year, it'll be great to see CTRM start getting closer into that dollar range or above. So that's one of the areas that I want to be showing you guys in regards to support and resistance for CTRM. So definitely looking forward to seeing CTRM. It'd be great sometime this week to be finishing above 50 cents and building up some support there so we can make a strong move to 60. So outside of this 50-cent area, another area to take a look at and will be an area of resistance is right here, right around this 55-cent level as well. I'm definitely sure on the fact that if it can get past this 55-cent level, it can get to 60 fairly quickly. As you can see, we have a big time gap over here. So once we get into this area at that 60 cents, Then boom, we could see a strong move going up into the 70s. All right, so that's what I wanted to kind of update you guys on so you're aware of this. So now on fintel.io, and we're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership and the short interest for Castor Maritime CTRM. So a total of institutional owners comes up to 29, so not too bad. But as we scroll down on the page, you want to see what institutions have been doing recently. So green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. And we could see even as of today, April the 19th, Triton Wealth Management has 64,303 shares opening up a new position. So this is great to see. And we can also see from last week, and this looks like this was on Thursday, we have 3 other institutions that have been showing interest. So for the most part, it's definitely looking good in regards to what's been going down recently for CTRM and what institutions are actually looking at. We have Morgan Stanley showing that, hey, they have some bullish sentiments in regards to CTRM. So the institutions are looking very favorable in regards to seeing some upward price action in CTRM. If we take a look now at the short interest, so the short volume ratio is around 38%. This last market date was from April the 16th, so I'm assuming that the other data for today will be coming out later on in the evening. But at 38%, this definitely does give some short squeeze potential here. Short shares availability is around 10 million, and as far as the short ball free rate, it is around 3.90%. If we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio on CTRM, you can definitely see it has been quite significant. Like I said previously, when it's above 21%, it has short squeeze potential, and CTRM is definitely used to being above 21% when it comes to the short volume ratio. So it's definitely one of those stocks when there's a lot of volume and demand, you could definitely see some serious upside moves in price action. Hope you guys found this helpful. So for my final thoughts for CTRM, they are killing it. The fact that they were able to pick up 11 vessels in 2021 alone and have a total fleet of 17 vessels, this is crazy. But let me put in a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. We also notice a lot of institutions are showing interest in CTRM as of late as well. We know recently they did an offering at 65 cents. So taking all of this into consideration, CTRM will definitely be visiting that $1 range before the end of this year. Yes, I am calling it. And part of the reasons being is this company is doing everything it needs to do to not only expand its fleet, but to grow overall as a business and reward shareholders. When they're constantly making moves like these, what does it do? It is great for investor confidence. Are they going to be picking up even more vessels for the rest of this year? Come on. I'll let you answer that question. They've been killing it so far, so what do you think is going to make them stop right now? They are in the dry bulk shipping space, so when the economy does recover, they can end up seeing even more fruits of their labor. So be aware of this, know those support areas, those resistance areas. If it pulls back, I want to make sure you guys are prepared and you're not surprised as well. So just to kind of end this off, I love what I'm seeing. Keep it up, Castor Maritime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.